and good evening from John Broughton Field at Pendleton Heights High School here in Pendleton, Indiana, as we get set for the Yorktown Tigers and the Pendleton Heights Arabians. Brad Huber alongside Joe Polizzi as we get set for this pre-ultimate week of the regular season, week number 8 of the IHSAA high school football season. Yorktown comes into this game 6-1 on the season. Pendleton Heights is 3-4. Pendleton Heights leads the series 16-14 over the last 30 appearances. But what's interesting, Joe, is that the home team has won this matchup the last 5 times. The last time a road team has won was Yorktown here in this stadium 6 years ago in overtime.
Well, you know, it is a great night, being senior night, awesome weather, and you've got a great deal of enthusiasm and energy coming off this Pendleton Heights sideline, so who knows, it may continue that streak.
And it should be a good one here, as these two teams have met every year since 1999. They are in the Hoosier Heritage Conference as the regular season getting set to wrap up next week before the sectionals get underway in 2 weeks' time. Of course, the pairing show will be on Sunday night across all of the radio stations across the state. But you look at Pendleton Heights as they get set to go on the field, and this should be a good one. Yorktown comes into this game 6-1. Pendleton Heights 3-4. Joe, you have any keys for this ball game?
Well, you know what? The whole thing is Pendleton Heights, from what I've seen in the past, they've got great speed. They play very well in the secondary. I think they're going to be able to control the game in the defensive backfield. Yorktown is on a streak. They're trying to continue some momentum going into the playoffs. I just think it's going to be a great matchup. The records may indicate elsewhere, but to me, this is going to be a great football game. I'm excited to get started.
Let's take a look at the quarterbacks here. Isaac Wilson for Pendleton Heights, 53 completions out of 100 tries, 53%. Easy to do the math there. 4 passing touchdowns, and he runs 44.7 yards a game. So you see him there getting with the footballs and kind of getting those ready to go for this ball game. But he's got a dual threat for this Pendleton Heights football team. His
speed will make a real difference. It's going to be interesting to see how they stack up. Pretty evenly matched physically. Size-wise, they look good. From the warm-ups, from what I've seen, they both run well. And I think this the quarterback play is certainly going to be a factor in this game.
And Mason Moulton on the other side for Yorktown. 82 completions out of 135 tries, 1,037 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He looks to be more of a pocket presence for this Yorktown team and not as much of a threat to escape the pocket and use his legs.
He's a taller, rangier guy that has a good arm, and he's got some nice targets to throw to. But, no, he's not what Heights has, is a quarterback that is the quick, elusive, and will make plays with his feet throughout this ball game.
So as we get set to go, they just had the coin toss here at Pendleton Heights High School as the home team, Pendleton Heights, will be in those green uniforms, white numbers. Yorktown, completely the opposite. They both have green and white colors for their school colors. Pendleton will get the football to begin play here in this game. As you can see, Yorktown will go left to right, Pendleton Heights right to left. Here's we get set a beautiful fall Friday night in central Indiana. It's about upper 50s. Not a cloud in the sky. Here's we get set for week number 8 of high school football.
Absolutely gorgeous. You got that right. And it's a perfect time to move in to October football. And it's those crisp nights that make it all worthwhile.
So it will be Colton Nanko to kick the football off. He's the kicker as well as a backup or wide receiver for this football team. And they will get the football as short of a short kick there as Pendleton Heights has the football. Breaks a tackle. That is Rylan Kessling, the tight end. And he will get the football across midfield to the 45. And how about that? A great starting spot for the Arabians on their first possession.
Beautiful job. Usually on a short kick like that, the guys that are fielding the ball are not capable of doing what he did. Usually they just fall on it. This young man knew exactly what to do, and he's a big, strong, physical guy, and he's got some momentum going for this team, and that's what it's going to take.
So 46-yard line of Yorktown, so Pendleton Heights will have the football. As Isaac Wilson in the shotgun. First play from scrimmage here tonight, and he will throw a screen pass, and incomplete intended for Reese Reddington, a junior wide receiver.
That's a good way to start out the game, just trying to get the defense to move sideline to sideline, throw a quick screen out to the outside. It's usually good for some positive yards on first down, a little bit of trouble. It's always trouble to throw from that right hash to the left numbers for a high school quarterback, but that was a good intent, and I'm sure they'll come back with that in a little bit.
The weather's stark contrast to what it's been the last several weeks. It's been warm on Friday nights, the first really cool football evening. As they take the snap again and hand it to Bo Surface, and he may have lost the football. No, they got it back. It'll be third down and long. He lost a few back to the 49-yard line.
You know, they had some good blocking at the point of attack here, but he was caught from behind, kind of got tied up with a little penetration, and that what slowed the play. But it looked at the point of attack that was blocked pretty well. And that's another one of those things that I would assume they're going to come back to that because they pinned this left end here pretty easily.
So 3rd and 14, 3rd and long here for Pendleton Heights as Isaac Wilson in a shotgun and a pistol formation. Wilson will fire to the near side, their first completion of the night to Reese Reddington. Nowhere near the first down marker to the 43-yard line, gain of 6. 4th down and long, and you would have to think they are going to punt the football.
It looks to me like they are, but this is that point on the field where, you can go either way. But I would say early on, with most coaches being conservative, are going to make them drive the length of the field. But I do think they've got some things they could go to on offense, Pendleton Heights, that will make this exciting for their offensive attack.
Justin Beeler on the punt to Yorktown, and it is caught by Colton Nanko. But a great tackle there, and they will have the football deep in their own territory just across the 15.
He caught that low liner and just ran right into 3 guys that had bad intent in mind. Nice hit, and it's a good way to set the tone for the defense as they come out in the field.
So we'll see Mason Moulton now for the first time tonight, as Pendleton Heights had a 3 and out in their first possession. Yorktown, see what they can do here. Mason Moulton in the shotgun. Jalen Thomas back with him. He'll hand the football to Jalen Thomas, and he'll pick up a couple up to the 18-yard line.
Looks like he's got some nice speed. He's very shifty. It's going to be all down to how well they can block. It looks like up front that Pendleton Heights has a size advantage. It'll be interesting to see how they can, how Yorktown will spread them out and what they can do with some of the seams they create. Yorktown being 6-1 with their only loss at New Pal, and then a big one next week with Mount Vernon. So they've got a lot to play for.
Pendleton Heights is a 4A, Yorktown a 3A, as that pass is complete to Connor Stevens. And he had enough for the first down to the 30-yard line, and they will move the chains.
Just a quick out, nice quick release from the quarterback, a safe, easy conversion pass, and they're getting those chains moving.
So the first down of the evening for either team. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
See, we're outnumbered here in the boundary.
Moulton the shotgun. He's got Nanko in motion, and he'll hand the football off and lose a half a yard, as that was Jalen Thomas. Good stop there by the Pendleton Heights defense.
I think that's going to be tough to run on. It's a stout defensive line up front for the Pendleton Heights team, and they're not going to be moved easily. So it's going to have to be a quick game, moving the ball to the outside and running the outside in order for them to get something going. Yorktown, the way they've been playing offense this year.
Shotgun formation, 2nd down and 10. Right back to the original line of scrimmage. Moulton will fire it left side. That pass incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Tiger offense.
Nice intent. The Heights was in a 2-deep coverage. They tried to hit that wide out right down the seam. A little bit of hesitation with the quarterback throw, I think, made that an issue there. But they were attacking it the right way. Big play right here.
So 3rd down and 10. This could be big if they can convert here. Moulton in the shotgun. Jalen Thomas back with him. Got Nanko in motion. Moulton will look to throw. Fires the left side. It's caught by Thomas. Can he get through? There's a flag down. He got close to the first down marker, but we'll have to see what this penalty flag is all about.
Let's see where they spotted it. He certainly reached for that ball. It'll be interesting to see, but I think it's a foregone conclusion. That's against the team in white.
So we wait for the official with the penalty, and Yorktown is walking backwards, blocking the back on the offense. So that will make a 3rd down and longer now, back at the 26-yard line.
Got quite a bit of different offensive weapons to go to. The quick screen there was a nice option, throwing to the out, and also have quite a shifty running back. So it'll be interesting to see how the Heights defense could keep this explosive offense under control.
Moulton in a pistol. Thomas in the backfield. He will fake the pitch to Thomas. Look, fired across the middle, and it's knocked down. A fantastic play by look-to-be Nolan Souders of Pendleton Heights to knock that football away and create 4th down.
He sent 3 men down the seam. Great coverage in the secondary. 2 deep safeties waiting for that play to happen. Played the ball very well and got an opportunity to get it back in their own hands.
Colton Nanko was who that ball was intended for before Nolan Souders was able to knock it away. So Yorktown will punt for the first time this evening after picking up a 1st down a little bit earlier.
Shank
punt, and it will take a Pendleton Heights bounce all the way down to the 36-yard line. So fantastic field position now for the Arabians on their 2nd drive of the evening.
Well, it was a short punt, plus it got a Yorktown roll. I mean, a Pendleton Heights roll, which gives them excellent field position.
It was interesting. Yorktown let that ball roll a little bit when it was rolling back toward their own end zone.
You know, I think they had to be confused. There's no way you coach that or even dream that can happen. But they were waiting for it to stop, and the home team loves that.
So Isaac Wilson will keep the football this time, get across the 30 to the 27-yard line, and a gain of 8. So you see the legs on Isaac Wilson. We talked about him in the pregame.
Yeah, I remember him from the last time we covered this team. He is a dangerous threat, very shifty, and he's also, he may not be the biggest guy on the field, but he is a very courageous young man. So he's going to be tough to corral for that Yorktown defense.
How about 5'8", 140 is what they have him listed. So
every bit of that, huh? But it's all heart.
Indeed. So shotgun, 2nd down and short. Isaac Wilson. As Reese Reddington in motion, takes the snap. He will hand the football off, and he'll push it forward. He'll get the 1st down. That's Keaton Jones to the 25-yard line, and that 2nd effort got the Arabians the 1st down.
You know what? I was thinking that he was going to keep it on that play. If he would have pulled that, he'd still be running. So I'm sure the coaches upstairs saw that. They got a nice little pattern right there they can go to, and it's going to be difficult for Yorktown to adjust because the quarterback runs so well.
A dual threat can always be dangerous. You almost have to have a spy, don't you, defensively, if you're Yorktown,
if
to
you
keep
can,
an eye on Wilson?
Exactly. If you can afford to do it without getting hurt in another spot. But he's shifty. He's going to be he's a guy that could play in the next level because of his speed and quickness.
Wilson fires it right side. That ball is caught by Caden Sims, and he'll get down to the 5-yard line. 1st down and goal.
Just taking control here. Great throw on the quick toss. Right on the money. Caught him in stride, and they got it down inside the 10, about the 6-yard line. And they are on the march.
See if the Arabians can strike first as we approach the midway point of quarter number 1. Be a little bit of an upset. Pendleton Heights can get the victory here tonight in their home field. As Wilson will roll.
He could run this.
Fires it. Pass in and out of the hands of Nate Daroff. And it'll be 2nd down and goal.
Well, you know what? That's one of those plays where I think if he wanted to pull it down, he could have taken that in himself, and that's, he made the call. He likes to go to those big, tall guys in the back end of the end zone, and there's nothing wrong with stretching the defense when you're in such an advantage down here, second down and goal.
Daroff, a 6'1" wide receiver, a tall guy there for Pendleton Heights.
Yeah, he towers among those out there right now.
So they'll hand the football off and get into the end zone. Jared Hess into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Arabians are on the board.
What a nice drive. Put together some good field position. They got a great advantage on the punt and just marched it right down with great confidence, great authority. Tell me again now, what team came in 6-1?
That'll be the team that's down 6-0 at this moment.
Right now, it's going to be tough for Yorktown to adjust and get this thing under control.
7-0 as the PAT goes through, and the home team of Pendleton Heights looking to become the 6th straight home team to win in this series, going back to 2016.
Well, Yorktown has had some impressive wins and played some impressive football. Really, the New Pal game was the only thing that got away from them. So we're waiting. Maybe they're gonna wake up a sleeping giant. Who knows? But right now, all the momentum and all the electricity is lays with the home team.
And it's week 8 of the high school football season, so the goal for every team across the state of Indiana is to get that momentum going towards the sectional.
Exactly. And this is why I'm surprised that Yorktown, either they're a little bit flat or they weren't ready for the speed that Pendleton Heights is bringing to them, but they're going to have some waking up to do.
As Dom Apo is on to kick the football off, he's the one that just knocked through that PAT. He is now 19 of 19 on point after touchdowns this season. Hopefully that just was not a jinx right there. But at any rate, Dom Apo kicks the football off, and it will be caught.
Nowhere to go.
Backpedaling, and he will get dropped backwards for Yorktown, so they will start deep in their own territory, as that was Jalen Thomas on the kick return, and he lost several there. So the ball was spotted at the 23-yard line, and that's where the officials deemed the play dead, and the forward progress was stopped.
Well, Heights is playing with great energy in all three phases, offense, defense, and kicking. Those kids flew down there, and everybody wanted a piece of that ball carrier.
Mason Moulton in the shotgun. 3 receivers, as he's now got Nanko to come to the near side. Now back to the far side. Moulton looks, fires it to Jalen Thomas, and he will lose 3. A great play defensively there by Nolan Souders. He read that one perfectly, and it's now 2nd down and 13.
They're playing a cover 2, which 2 deep safeties you can see. The corners are rolled up, so the corners are responsible for the flat. And that play was tailor-made for that defense, for the defense to be successful. Normally, with a corner sits like that, that receiver will adjust his route some way, but not to happen on this occasion.
2nd down and 13. And he dumped the football off. Almost looked like he fumbled it, but they won't get anything on that play. That was an interesting-looking dump off there from the quarterback, Mason Moulton. I believe it went to Colton Nanko.
A little shovel pass, and there was really nothing doing inside. That is a pretty physical front 3 there. It's going to be tough for them to run inside. I'd say they're doing a super job, Pendleton Heights, of playing defense, running the football, and playing with great energy.
They're using the momentum of senior night. They had the senior night ceremonies just before the game. And now looking for a 2nd straight stop, 3rd down and long. Moulton will look to throw. He will fire it to the near side. And almost intercepted, intended for Connor Stevens. And Nolan Souders there again, almost with the interception. Great. And now Yorktown will have to punt.
Great job, great effort, beautiful play, and it's just a great defensive set. You know, many times senior nights hurt your team because everybody's worried about last time doing this and last time doing it. It becomes more emotional than it should. But obviously here, they are playing inspired football for their senior class.
Colton Nanko back to punt. And that one's a crossways punt there, picked up by Clint Miller. Clint Miller across midfield, and they'll have the football at the 46-yard line, very close to where their last possession, or their first possession of the game started.
Well, they're going to have trouble all night with that punt team because he kicks those low liners, and they're very, very tough to cover. So they get on the board here. They get a little something going here, and you're right. We have upset in the making. But right, you know, from what I'm seeing, not an upset at all. I mean, this is a good football team, Pendleton Heights, and they're putting it together right here against a good team.
Isaac Wilson in the shotgun at the 46-yard line of Yorktown. He'll fire it to the near side. That ball caught by Nate Deroff. He breaks a tackle, gets to the 35, to the 33-yard line, and a first down on the first play of scrimmage for the Pendleton Heights Arabians.
Big, strong, physical. He wanted to make something happen, and he runs with an angry mentality, which, keep feeding him the ball. They tried that on the first series. It didn't work, but you can see why they like that play.
And he broke that tackle as it looked to have been Shilas Cummins who tried to make the tackle, but he broke free.
It was the full swing, stiff arm.
Now they hand off to Bo Surface, and he'll get stopped and lose several on the play back to the 38-yard line, and nothing going there on that play for Pendleton Heights. Great job by the Yorktown defense.
You know, that's a pretty good offensive scheme anyway. You try to get a defense running laterally. If you can, first play they got them running laterally on the quick short pass. Second time they tried an outside zone play. Just try to get them run laterally, and now they got to come back with that quarterback pulling it and running inside.
Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. The Arabians leading the Tigers 7-0. Second down and 14. Isaac Wilson waits the snap. And he will roll to the right, and he will throw it up for grabs. And it is incomplete, intended for Jalen Jordan, but it was Colton Nanko who plays offense and defense. He was there also on the coverage. And we have a flag down as well. Looks to be maybe a hold on Pendleton Heights.
Yeah, those scramble plays, it's very hard for offensive linemen to hold on to their blocks, stay in a block without grabbing something. But that was a super nice job by the defense, staying in coverage with the scramble play. That's not something that's easy to do on this level.
And it was an ineligible man downfield, which you see also on those scramble plays like that. Yorktown declined it because they want the down instead of the yardage. It will be third down and long now for Pendleton Heights.
Yeah, this to me is four-down territory when you got the lead and you've got the momentum. So we'll see what they go for right here. Ooh, you got your underneath man wide open.
Wilson throws it, and it is caught by Caden Sims. Not quite to the first down marker, as it'll be fourth down and 2 at the 26-yard line, and you imagine they will go for it here.
Absolutely, absolutely. They have had their way with so many things offensively. They got so many things they could do here, but I still want to see the quarterback with his hands on that ball in this type situation. Looks to me with a bunched up offensive formation. That's what they have in mind, playing a man-to-man coverage in the secondary.
Takes a snap.
Oh, baby, they had a...
He will push forward. I don't think he got it,
No.
and he'll be stopped as Isaac Wilson stopped short of the first down marker, and Yorktown stops the bleeding somewhat. They stop Pendleton Heights, and they will get the football back.
Just a nice call by the defensive front. Bring in some heat, got penetration, and once that happens, he was hopping in and out and trying to do everything he could to get to those sticks. Just came a little bit short. Good intent, though, with the play call.
So the Tigers now first down and 10 just across the 25-yard line. 2:42 to go in the opening quarter. Pendleton Heights leads 7-0.
Run middle, 28.
As that was Jalen Thomas, and he goes nothing but backwards, a loss of 5. Back to the 20-yard line. Great job by the defensive line of Pendleton Heights.
Very strong and physical up front. They can play the game up front. 72 now. I heard in the senior introductions he wants to play in college, and he has got the tools. Nice quick feet, big man, and I'm sure as he spends more time in that weight room, he's going to be a nice prospect.
Mason Moulton shotgun. He'll fake the handoff to Thomas. Fire it left side to Nanko. Breaks a tackle. He'll have the first down and more. Midfield, 45-40, 35-30. He may be gone. And that is Colton Nanko to the end zone after a broken tackle. And Yorktown scores to make it 7-6.
That's how you grab momentum quickly. One big play like that, they had it stopped. It was a good hit on the ball carrier, but he broke it and down the sidelines. Nobody was in a pursuit path that enabled them to catch him. Right back in it.
How about an 80-yard catch and run from Mason Moulton to Colton Nanko, and now on to attempt the PAT to try to tie up this football game is the aforementioned Colton Nanko. He does it all for this Yorktown football team. As a snap down, the hole, the kick is maybe blocked, but it was short. And Pendleton Heights will hold the lead at 7-6.
Well, that was one of my keys talking about this game and how the Heights team stays in it is to eliminate the big plays. And, you know, sometimes you just can't bottle them up all the way like that. But that was a nice catch and run. Great effort. And looks like we're going to have a ball game here with a lot of energy and excitement.
Yeah, we got to get one here so far. 7-6, late first quarter. As we have hit the month of October. And the postseason looming in a couple of weeks. So teams looking to get that momentum built before sectional play, which will begin 2 weeks from tonight.
Well, Yorktown was flat as can be up until that last play. We'll see what it does to wake them up defensively. I know that 4th and 1 call, Pendleton Heights coaches was really second-guessing that. You got a play sheet full of calls, and they're all good. And he was confident with that one, and I would be too with the quarterback running it, but that cost him a big play.
They're all good until they don't work, right?
That's exactly right. Is that a Yogi Berra?
Sure. Colton Nanko, good kick there, and to the end zone, and Yorktown will get the football on the touchback to the 25-yard line. I should say Pendleton Heights will have the football now at their 25-yard line.
Let's see if they come back and attack, because they do have they're just one play from having all the momentum in the world. Let's see how they bounce back. But, yeah, that's what it is. Good plays are just bad plays that work.
So the ball spotted at the 20-yard line. And it will be Isaac Wilson. 3 receivers to the near side. Hands the football off. Gets across the 20 to the 22-yard line as that was carried by Quentin DeVault. His first carry of the evening.
Try to run that dive right in the teeth of that defense, and that's okay. But you got to bounce back now, and you got a big second and long situation. Got some nice tall wideouts they can work.
Wilson will fire it right side. It was partially tipped, but caught by Reese Reddington, and he'll go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So 3rd down and moderate distance here for the Arabians. They need the 30-yard line. Ball spotted around the 25.
Nice toss, working the flats. Got it out there nice and quick. And, one miss, and he would have picked that up. Good pursuit by the defense. Big play here. They don't want to give it right back to him after a big play on offense. The defense has not really had a chance to recover.
They play for momentum here as Wilson will fire it across middle. It's caught, and the drive will continue. Once again, Reese Reddington And that'll be a gain of 7, and that's big for Pendleton Heights as far as the momentum is concerned to continue this drive.
Isn't he impressive, that quarterback? He's tiny. He doesn't have all the size in the world, but he sure does have the skills and the mentality to be an outstanding quarterback. Doing a nice job tonight.
And Reese Reddington, the wide receiver, he's only had 10 receptions the entire season to this point. He's already had a few here in this ball game tonight.
He's very, very capable.
And a quarterback keeper here for Isaac Wilson to the near side. Gets close to the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. A great first down play there for the Arabians.
Yeah, if you could keep yourself in second and medium or second and short for the whole game, that's when it's fun calling offensive plays.
And that's the end of the first quarter of play. Pendleton Heights leads Yorktown 7-6. We'll come back and have quarter number 2 after this. You're watching high school football on 9 Star Sports.
We are really heavily involved in the community, so there are multiple different volunteer opportunities that we can go and do.
Volunteer time to share their time and talents with organizations that need not only monetary assistance, but just people's time to help those organizations grow and thrive.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
And welcome back here to Pendleton Heights High School. So we get set for quarter number 2. Brad Hubert, Joe Polizzi here on 9 Star Sports. Week 8 of the high school football season, as Pendleton Heights will have the football in quarter number 2. Isaac Wilson, quarterback keeper. And a big gain there to midfield, and another first down for the Arabians.
Well, he's just taking things into his own hands, and the offensive play caller is helping him. The last 2 plays, there were no questions. There was not a read, a quarterback option at all. They just blocked it well up front, and he hits that line of scrimmage like a tailback.
And the offensive line doing a great job of pushing downhill to open up that hole for Isaac Wilson.
A little bit bigger. They're a little bit more of a physical offensive line than that defensive line, but there's some quickness on the defense.
3 men to the near side as Wilson will look to throw, fires across middle, and almost intercepted there. Ball incomplete, intended for Reese Reddington, and it looked like it was there Luke Wilhelm who almost had the interception.
Well, I think he was expecting a zone coverage, and that play down the middle would be open in a zone, but they had pretty tight man, and we got lucky. Heights got lucky on that one, because that was into a hornet's nest.
Connor Stevens was the man there who almost had the interception for Yorktown. As Wilson will look to throw again to the near side, and it is caught. That is Nate Deroth, and he will get the first down into Yorktown territory across the 40 to the 39-yard line, and the drive continuing for the Arabians.
Excellent job of mixing it up, going to the flats, hitting the inside, trying to throw down the middle. Nice physical catch and run after the catch. There's nothing wrong with this offense the way they're playing today. They can create their own momentum at any time.
Pendleton Heights looking to extend this 7-6 lead here in the early second quarter. Wilson, shotgun. He will keep it again this time. And he will get a few up to the, well, he kept it going. He keeps his legs going, gets across the 35, down to the 33. Thought he was stopped, got a couple of more yards on second effort.
Feisty, isn't he? Feisty. I like it. I like it. He hit that pile, and most of us thought that play was over. Scratching, crawling, getting some yards. Now they're in that second medium situation again. And that is a great situation to be in, your play calling.
Second down and 4. Ball spot at the 33-yard line. Isaac Wilson. In a shotgun, takes the snap. He will hand the football off this time to Jared Hess. He scored earlier. He gets it 10. He'll get in. Touchdown, Jared Hess, his second touchdown of the evening, his third on the season, and it's now 13-6 in favor of the Arabians.
Great job with the offensive play call, and if we see that one again, watch the line surge. The offensive line just came off the ball, gave him such a great running lane, and then he just took over. What is it into these guys tonight? They're running with such intensity and toughness, and that's going to be tough to stop.
And the PAT is up, and it is good. And so that makes it a 14-6 game. Dom Apo now 20 of 20 on the season on PATs. And now it's a touchdown and 2-point conversion lead for the Arabians, who are smelling upset on the 6-1 Yorktown Tigers team.
Very impressive performance, offense, defense, kicking. Really the only thing Yorktown has been able to do is that big play, that 80-yard big play. So they have been out playing the Tigers from the start, and we'll see how they carry on with this defensive effort right now. But Yorktown's got to be scratching their heads. I know their coaches are right now.
And Jed Richmond, the head coach here at Pendleton Heights, 39-33 in his 7th year at Pendleton Heights, 74-63 in his 13th year overall. Has to be happy. He was my 9th grade world geography teacher back in the day at Carmel High School about 17 years ago. And he remembered me when we corresponded earlier this week. So good to see him, and he's quite happy here so far in this ball game.
And I'm sure you saw greatness at that time, right? You said this guy's going to be an excellent coach, and he's really got him going tonight.
He was an assistant football coach for the Carmel Greyhounds back then. They went on to Western Boone and now to Pendleton Heights. As Yorktown will have the football on the return. That is Colton Nanko, and he'll get across the 30 to the 33, and that's where the Tigers will take over the football and try to get back into this football game. It still is one possession, but it's a touchdown and 2-point conversion here in the early second quarter.
Well, that's quite a resume for the coach from Carmel to Western Boone to here. He's really done a nice job here, as evidenced by tonight. Senior night energy. They're doing a super job on defense, changing up their coverages, showing one and jumping into another.
Mason Moulton under center this time. He'll push the football to Jalen Thomas. And not much there is another. Oh, the fumble. The ball's loose. Or was he marked down first? He was marked down first.
Everybody was there. Great job defensively, running to the football, supported properly, and good pressure from the inside. I'm loving 7-2 here. He's got a great game going for himself. Big senior defensive end.
Second down and long now for this Yorktown offense. Mason Moulton in shotgun. He'll drop back. He'll fire it across the middle. It is caught across the 40 by Colton Nanko. And they will make it third down and short. Looks like third down and 3. There is a...
No.
Nope, that was just a football. I thought it was a flag there for a
so
second.
too. He just tossed the ball.
So third down and 3 across the 40. They need the 43-yard line to extend this drive, and this is a big play for Yorktown to try to get this momentum back a bit.
It'll be interesting to see what they go with. They're seeing a lot of cover, too, where they're rolling up the corners and keeping the safeties deep. They took advantage of it last time, and we'll see. Oop, that's going to make things change. Third down and 7 now.
Flag down, false start on the offense, so that's a big difference there from third down and short to now third down and borderline long.
Yeah, that changes all your options, play calling options.
You would have to think they will probably go to the air here now with it being third down and moderate to long.
Yes, definitely. The question is, what kind of coverage will Heights be in? They've done an excellent job, as I just said, on changing up their coverages.
Nanko in motion. Moulton takes the snap. And he will fire right side, and a big catch near midfield. And it will be a first down for Yorktown. And it looked to be Connor Stevens on the reception to keep this drive alive for the Tigers.
Good read by the quarterback. He had just enough time, and they played a little man under with their two deep coverage. One man got open free, and he was nailed beautifully with the throw, and then after the catch, he got hit pretty hard. But that was a major, major conversion.
Moulton fakes the throw, gives it to Thomas. And the defensive line of Pendleton Heights drops him back for a loss of 5 all the way back to the 45-yard line. Second down and 15 now for the Tiger offense.
Well, they are just playing with great energy on that defensive line.
You can tell the height difference there between the Pendleton Heights defensive line and the offensive line for Yorktown.
Yeah, that's a nice-looking defensive front.
Moulton will look to throw it across the right side, and it's picked off. Nolan Souders, he'll return it. He fumbled it, and Yorktown may have got it back.
Yeah.
And they say he will be out of bounds, so it will stay with Pendleton Heights on the turnover. But Nolan Souders has been huge for this Pendleton Heights defense so far tonight.
Kind of a risky throw. He threw it into 3 defenders right there. Second and 15, he kind of forced it. He felt the pressure, and that was covered well, and he would love to have that throwback.
Double coverage as Nick Trout was also there in on the coverage for Pendleton Heights defensively.
Last thing you want to do when a team is on this kind of a momentum run is help them, and that's just exactly what the QB did that time.
So Wilson will take the snap. He'll fire it right side, and got it through to his wide receiver, Jalen Jordan. That was double coverage also, but a gain of 5.
They are whipping it around. A little risky for my taste, but it seems to be working except for that last interception.
Ball spotted just across the 40. Second down and 5. Wilson in the shotgun. Got Quentin DeVault back there in the backfield. Wilson will hand the football to DeVault, and he'll get hit immediately and gain maybe 1 there, and it'll be third down and 4.
Yeah, that looked to me like it was a run-pass option, and the coaches are going to coach him up a little bit better. He pulls that, and he runs with it, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Midway point of quarter number 2. 14-6 in favor of Pendleton Heights. Third down for the Arabians here with Wilson in the backfield. He will throw. Well, he'll roll to the left. Look to throw. Does. And it was
did he trap it?
intended for Caden Sims, but I believe it hit the ground first, so it will be called incomplete.
He had the right idea. He kept the play alive. His stride was a little bit too long. I think he wanted to throw to the boundary, and at the last minute decided and caught the wide receiver that was open over the middle, but just couldn't have the base to really put all he wanted into that throw.
They will go for it here on fourth down just across the 40-yard line. Too short to punt, too long for a field goal. Wilson looks in trouble. He'll scramble and get the first down across the 35 down to the 33. And a big run there by the quarterback, Isaac Wilson, to extend this drive. And a little bit of a backbreaker there for the Yorktown defense.
Yeah, they wanted that stop. That was very important now to put a stop to what's going on. But the quarterback did such a nice job setting it up, waiting, and then let the coverage get back into their situation and their positions. And then he took off running, very elusive and quick.
Ball spot at the 32-yard line of Yorktown. Wilson, quarterback keeper this time. And he will stay on his feet, 25 down near the 20-yard line. Good enough for another first down. And Isaac Wilson using his legs here to keep this drive going and get another first down as they approach the red zone.
Taking it to him. Nice job. They blocked well, and he's got such nice, quick feet, and he plays with such heart. We'll see what they come up with here, but I would let this guy calm down a bit. He's starting to limp just a little.
Keaton Jones and Quentin DeVault in the backfield with Isaac Wilson. They will hand the football to DeVault. He will push it up the middle across the 15 down to the 13. Another big gain on first down, and it's second down and short.
Well, they got him going to the right. They got him going to the left. They got him going with the quarterback runs, and then they run a trap right up the middle. It's just a beautiful call. They caught him sleeping, and that was a nice, quick hitter.
Gotta love the difference of plays that Pendleton Heights has, using everything in that playbook to keep Yorktown guessing.
They really are, and they've got such a plethora of people to go to. They got these big, tall wideouts that are just begging for the football.
And a whistle, and I believe we've got a timeout. We do. Pendleton Heights didn't like what they saw, and they will call their first timeout of the half with 4 minutes to go in this first half of play. Pendleton Heights looking to go up 2 scores, and that would be huge if they could do so before they head to the locker room.
Well, I don't see anything stopping them. They have the ability to strike through the air and on the ground, and with a quarterback that can do both. And right now it just seems to me they have such a confidence and momentum advantage.
Yorktown came into this game 14th in 3A in the state of Indiana. Pendleton Heights ranked 23rd in 4A according to Sagarin. But it looks the opposite so far in this game tonight.
Yeah, there's no question. They took the field, whether it's senior night or whether coaching speech, but they certainly were loaded up for this one tonight.
Coach Richmond, you can see there, talking to his offense. 39-33 in his 7th season here at the helm of the Arabians. Very happy with what he has seen so far in this first half.
Well, he's got so many different weapons to go to. This is an ideal situation to be calling plays.
Wilson will hand the football off again to Quentin DeVault. Not much there on the run. It'll be third down and short for the Arabians offense here.
See, the fact that they don't have a tight end in there makes the line of scrimmage tighter, and they can catch things from the corners, which what they did on that play. If he would just pull that, he could walk into the end zone, and I'm sure they're seeing that from above.
See what they decide to do here on third down and short. Wilson will keep it around the left side this time. He's got the first down to the 7-yard line, and it will be first and goal for the Arabians as they get ever so close to that south end zone.
Just having fun, moving it in and out, and I don't know. To me, does he look like he's limping? At 13? Maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things.
It looks to be okay.
He certainly is a horse tonight.
No pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
This is Wilson. Shotgun. Jared Hess in the backfield. Jared Hess has 2 touchdowns tonight. Wilson will look to throw, though. All kinds of time. There's a flag down, which will probably be a hole. He'll fire the end zone incomplete.
Yeah.
But you would have to think that this will be coming back. And I believe, we had a player down on the far side. He gets up. But let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
It's definitely a hold, and you just can't expect them to battle up front that long. Quarterback has to have like a timer in his head, get rid of the football or run the football. You just gave up some good field position.
It looked like Jared Hess was whistled for the hold there as he held Braden Foltz. Ball spot at the 21-yard line. First down and goal. Points,
some kind of points. That's what they need out of this drive.
Don Mapo, the field goal kicker, his longest of the season, has been 26 yards so far. As Wilson will fire it across the middle, incomplete. It will be 2nd down and 10. Pass intended for Caden Sims.
Yeah, those holding calls are just crushers. Took them from great field position and knocking on the door to forever. Run it, get a little bit closer, and get 3 and go in at halftime.
Connor Stevens was the man on the coverage for Yorktown, but you would have to think this is 4-down territory unless they can get somewhat into field goal range. As I mentioned, Don Mapo, 26 longest on the season. As they hand the football off to Hess, who has scored twice tonight. He gets across the 20 to the 18-yard line, and it's 3rd down and goal from the 18.
Yeah, we're definitely, if that's his range, if you say right around 30, we need one more good plus yarded situation.
It would be 36 yards right now if they didn't gain another yard.
Good job on the math there.
Thank you. Not my strong suit, but
Oh,
it's picked off. As Wilson's pass picked off by Connor Stevens, and he could go 50, 45. Caden Sims trying to chase him down, and he does at the 30-yard line. But Connor Stevens gives Yorktown a chance here late in the first half to try to get a score.
Yeah, that whole after that holding call, things went downhill. Seemed like they kind of lost touch of what they really wanted to do with their offense, and that's what'll happen when you have a goal to go and you're on the 25-yard line.
How about the speed by Caden Sims to chase down Stevens to prevent a touchdown there the other way?
He got onto the running shoes, didn't he?
Yes, he did. As Moulton now in the shotgun. He will look to throw. Fires across middle, incomplete. That pass intended for Jalen Thomas, and it will be 2nd down and 10. Replay of the interception there by Connor Stevens, as he kind of threw it right to him, and he thought he was off for the races to the end zone. But great play by Caden Sims to chase him down and avoid the touchdown. Moulton across the middle. It is caught to a wide open Colton Nanko into the red zone now. And the Tigers now in business with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Good job with adjustments, whether it be the quarterback's reads or play calling. But in that cover 2, right down the middle is what you want. They got it. It's probably been there all day, and they finally discovered it. But that is a changer, a game changer once they recognize that. Look at the big split between the safeties down the middle of the field.
And Moulton will look to fire it to the right side. It is caught on the ground there, as that was Jacob Boer. And a gain of a few, as a timeout called here by Yorktown with 1.6 minutes to go. Their first of this first half. 2 timeouts, 1.6 minutes to go. 2nd down and 7 from the 10-yard line.
Game of momentum, huh? Things were all the Heights way. Got it down first in goal, and then that penalty, and everything hits the fan, huh?
Big change in momentum as Pendleton Heights was looking to go up 2 scores, and now Yorktown off that interception. Kind of reminds you of that game we saw in Denver last night between the Broncos and the Colts. Defense coming up with big plays.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is some question out there as to whether it was actually a game, but I'm with you. I'm with you. They can convert here. It's going to be a fun halftime and a great second half. We'll see what happens, but it's been nothing but exciting. Great first half of football.
Very entertaining game.
Look
at 4 receivers to the far side.
Into the boundary.
As Moulton will fire it to the end zone, and it is caught. And he got a foot down. Touchdown. I believe that was Colton Nanko. It was. Wow, what a catch.
Beautiful catch. Throw was right there. Offensive call was beautiful, putting all the formation into the boundary and throwing out to one-on-one. Thought there was a little push off there, but to no avail.
And even though they are down 2, they will try for the PAT here. As it will be Colton Nanko. Snap down. He missed the one earlier. This one is better. And he missed it wide right. 14-12, 58 seconds to go in the first half. Colton Nanko's got 2 touchdowns receiving tonight, but 2 missed kicks also on the PAT.
Missed kicks will come back to haunt them, but that's how quickly the momentum changes in a game like this. Both teams are explosive. Big plays have been the story to keep Yorktown in it, but we're going to have a great second half battle. Both teams now are finding things that they could do offensively that are going to make a real difference in that second half.
Does Pendleton Heights try to do anything offensively here, or does it depend on what your return looks like here on this kickoff with 58 seconds to go?
I'd say that with the explosiveness they can play with, yes. Try to get some points. Try to get some points. Again, it's going to depend on where their starting point is. But there's no reason to take the foot off the accelerator right now.
Pendleton back to receive the kick. Colton Nanko will kick off. He was 23 of 25 on PATs before tonight. He's missed 2. Two receivers back to receive for the Arabians, as this kick is a fairly short kick.
Tried that last time.
And they will have the football at the 34-yard line after the return.
21.
And that was Rylan Kessling on the return for Pendleton Heights. So what do you think we see? Do you think they try something here? Do you take a knee and head to the locker room?
No. I say, from what I've seen from this coaching staff, they're going to go after the throat. There's no reason for you to tame it down now. You're an underdog, and you've got all the momentum at home. Keep going after them.
Isaac Wilson will look to throw, fires in the near side, caught by Reese Reddington, and he'll pound it forward for a first down. Just got to that first down marker at the 44-yard line to move the chains and stop the clock momentarily. They do have 1 timeout left. Wilson, there's a flag down. That will be a hold. And he will fire to the left side. It is caught, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jalen Jordan.
I think we're going to get a late hit on the quarterback. I think we're going to get offsetting penalties.
There are 2 flags down.
Yeah, when he throws the hat, he's marking the spot where the hit on the QB took place.
Holding on Pendleton Heights. Personal foul, roughing the passer on defense. And so we will replay the down at the 42-yard line. 36 seconds to go here in the first half.
One of the downfalls of having a scrambling, elusive quarterback is that the D-line changes direction, and as an offensive lineman, I have a tendency to grab hold.
Pass complete, a big hit there, but it is caught by Quentin DeVault. The clock will continue to run. He didn't get really any gain, and we will have a timeout with 23 seconds to go, the final timeout of the half by Pendleton Heights, as Quentin DeVault out of the backfield, and then a big hit put on by Colton Nanko of Yorktown.
You know, we've been talking about all the offensive explosions that have taken place, and it has been impressive. But these defenses are playing well, and we've seen a number of big hits like that last one. This is a good, clean, well-played high school football game. It's fun to be a part of it.
Got a close one here late in the first half. They put 25.5 seconds back up on the clock. 2nd down and 10 at the 44-yard line. As Pendleton Heights still has one more timeout remaining. Wilson drops back to throw, escapes pressure, and he'll throw it away. It will be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, they sent 4 wides deep on seams, and it just took them too long to get where they need to be, and the quarterback had to scramble and get rid of it. At this point now, you're pretty much saying let's negate any more possible damage and go in at halftime with the lead.
They do not head to the victory formation, though. Back in the shotgun, Isaac Wilson. He will run the football up the middle. 50, 45. Breaks another tackle. 40. Gets across the 35. Goes out of bounds at the 33. So hang on a second here with 12.8 seconds left.
Hey, you never know with a quarterback that moves like that.
Isaac Wilson using his legs that he can do. He rushed 71 times coming into the season. He's got 3 touchdowns on his legs rushing the football. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line with 13 seconds to go. So you have 2, maybe 3 plays. Isaac Wilson. He'll roll to the left. He'll run again. Flag down, though. A big hit there on the far sideline by Luke Wilhelm. But there is a flag down in the middle of the field at the 37-yard line. So hold on Pendleton Heights with 7.5 seconds to go. And that will push the football back almost to midfield.
Those are crushers. That's about the 5th major holding call they've had, and that has really been the only thing that stopped their offense today.
2 big keys coming into any football game are turnovers and penalties. And like you mentioned, we've seen a couple of big penalties by Pendleton Heights that has negated a couple of drives so far here in the first half. Wilson drops back to throw. He'll run to the left side, fires it, and incomplete. 1.9 left on the clock. This will be the final play of this first half.
Electrifying down to the end.
We'll have another half to go. And we got a good one here, 14-12.
That is going to be fun, the second half, to see what they work on over halftime, what adjustments they make, and because both teams have lightning that they can utilize.
So let's see what this Arabian offense decides to do on the final play of the half. Isaac Wilson in the shotgun, and he'll just hand the football off to Quentin DeVault, and he'll run it forward, and that will be the end of the first half. The Pendleton Heights Arabians lead the Yorktown Tigers 14-12. Stay tuned. We got a great second half in store. We hope you join us. We'll be back for the second half here in just a bit on 9 Star Sports.
9 Star is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
And welcome back to John Broughton Field here at Pendleton Heights High School as the Pendleton Heights Arabians lead the Yorktown Tigers 14-12, getting set for the second half of play. Brad Huber, Joe Polizzi with you for 9 Star Sports. And, Joe, it's been a very entertaining first half of play.
Well, you know what? There's been great offense on both sides, explosiveness on both sides, mistakes on both sides. It's been a really well-played game, and just looking forward to seeing adjustments made and how they're going to react in the second half.
And Colton Nanko of Yorktown had 2 touchdown receptions. Pendleton Heights, it was Jared Hess, 2 touchdown rushes. Those have been the keys on both sides, but also Isaac Wilson making plays offensively at the quarterback position for Pendleton Heights. Those have to be the key 3 players of this game so far.
Absolutely, and I think that just the way they have played team defense for Pendleton Heights have done such a great job of keeping Yorktown in check. One big play and a drive that was a result of several penalties that, other than that, they're playing great defense.
Each team has 1 interception offensively. Both teams have 2 penalties in this game, so it's been very, very even. The only difference, Colton Nanko, who is also the kicker for Yorktown, has missed 2 PATs so far in this game.
Is that right? Only 2 penalties? It seems like there's been a number of holding calls. Maybe they've just been offsetting or whatever, but it's going to be a great half. We're going to be excited to see who attacks who, because they went off the field at the end of that first half with Yorktown really with the momentum.
And Yorktown will have the football here to begin the second half, trailing 14-12. So they were the favorites coming into this game at 6-1 on the season. Pendleton Heights 3-4. This series between these two teams, the home team has won the last 5 meetings between these teams. The last time a visiting team won was Yorktown on this field back in 2016. That was a 17-14 game in overtime. So we'll see if that streak continues or if Yorktown can end that streak. But we get set for half number 2 and what should be a very good and entertaining half here this evening on the pre-ultimate week of the high school football regular season, week number 8.
It seems to me the staff at Pendleton Heights has done such a great job getting the team ready for this game. It's going to be difficult for me to see them let off the pedal, as they say, because they have them going and they have a number of ways that they can attack.
Don Mapo getting set to kick it off for the Arabians. And it was an onside kick.
Oh, boy.
And who has it? Scramble for it. And Pendleton Heights recovered. Wow.
You know, I was going to say that. Be alert for that, and that's just the call that matches what I was just saying. They're not going to let this one off the hook. Did it go the full 10? That's the question.
The officials discussing that as Wesley Kupferer is still, or make that Jacob Boer is still on the ground for Yorktown. Being checked out by the trainers.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one get away without scrambling. What a great way to start. What a way to take advantage and snatch the momentum from the opponents. The home team is getting after it tonight.
So Yorktown will not have the football first like they were supposed to. Pendleton Heights recovered the onside kick and looking to continue the momentum and this 14-12 lead as they have the football just across midfield. And Isaac Wilson will hand the football up to Bo Surface. He'll pound it forward to a couple to the 47-yard line, 2nd down and 8.
Doing a nice job changing formations. Now they come out at the beginning of the second half with 2 backs in the backfield, something we haven't seen before, and they must have decided that we can run the football on these people, and that's a nice added twist to what they can already accomplish.
Jed Richmond with the very gutsy call of that onside kick to begin the second half of play in his 7th year here at Pendleton Heights.
Well, he's just determined not to let this one get away. I like it.
Wilson hands the football off again, and that was Dresden Roberts, his first carry of the day, his 18th carry of the season. And he'll get it to the 45-yard line, and it will be 3rd down and about 6.
That's 2 yards the hard way. He hits it in there, and everybody on that defense had a shot at him, but he still got some positive yards. 3rd, and this, I would call this manageable.
Isaac Wilson, well, he used his legs here. We've seen a lot of that so far. Isaac Wilson, it's kind of a 50-50 between him running the football and him throwing the football so far.
Well, right down the middle in terms of yardage, he's accounted for 160 yards, half pass and half on the run.
He will throw it to the near side, and a kind of bounce intended for Nate Deroff, and it will be 4th down, and looks like the punt team will come on for the Arabians.
Really didn't have a great base to throw off there. He was off balance, didn't get all of his body into that throw. It was an open receiver. Could have possibly converted, but he was off balance on the throw. Tough on a quarterback.
Saw a gutsy play on already. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of that possibility that they fake it. They will not, and Beeler will punt the football. And it will bounce down and get close.
Did it get in there?
Did they down it? They did. So how about that? Pendleton Heights pins Yorktown at their own 1-yard line.
Beautiful job of the punt and the coverage. I was sure that was going to get in there, but they did a nice job of getting down there and covering. Best possible scenario after the 3 and out after the onside kick recovery.
You can't get any closer to the goal line than they did right there. That was perfect there for Pendleton Heights.
And they got a D-line now that'll put some pressure on. It's going to be tough to get out of this hole.
Mason Moulton, he will keep it and just try to give himself some room. And he gets a
my
lot
goodness.
there. A great push to the 9-yard line, a gain of 8, and a perfect start for Yorktown when you're in that position deep in your own territory.
What in the world happened? That's a scrum that just moved forward. Wow, they did. That's the best that line has come off the football all night.
Reminds you of rugby a little bit.
Absolutely.
Now they go into a shotgun with Mason Moulton.
Got a little breathing room.
Yes, they do. Fires
Screen, he's wide open.
It is caught. 1st down. Jalen Thomas stays on his feet across the 25 to the 27. The running back, a gain of 19. And they will have the football at the 27, so 2 big plays for the Tigers offense.
I get the feeling that that's the way they have played and scored all year, is just with a strike, be able to strike quick. They do have some explosive weapons. This defense has got to get their feet on the ground and start playing the game the way they did in the first half.
Mason Moulton, shotgun, hands the football off to Thomas yet again, but not much there. He might get 1, and it will be 2nd down and 9, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Tried to run into the teeth of that defense, and as we were talking, that's a pretty physical defensive line. They're tough to move, and most of the success offensively for Yorktown has been through the quick hitters and the big plays.
3 straight runs for the Yorktown offense. Let's see if they go to the air here, and Moulton will. He'll fire across the middle, and incomplete. That was a bullet, as that pass intended, I believe, for Colton Nanko across the middle.
Yeah, he wasn't sure on trying to read the coverage. He kind of geared down to settle in the hole, and the quarterback assumed he was going to keep running for the post. And that mix-up cost him a big play. Now we got 3rd and long.
Nobody really there on that throw by Moulton. 3rd down and 8 at the 29-yard line. 3 receivers to the near, 2 to the far. Moulton will fire it across the left side. It is
pick. No.
Almost intercepted as it was tipped. And then Clint Miller almost had it, but it just hit the ground. And Yorktown will have to punt.
He drove on that football and took him right out of his shoe. You saw that? Offense trying to hit that void between the corners and the safety of that cover 2. And a great reaction from the defense.
And that pass was intended for Connor Stevens. And so Nanko on the punt. And it's a better one that time, although it was a low line drive. And Connor Stevens has it across midfield on the far sideline. And he'll be brought down at the 47-yard line. But good field position here for the Arabians.
They're going to start again with positive field position. Can't ask for anything more than that. But they did a nice job. Yorktown did get a nice job of getting out of that hole with a couple big plays.
Pendleton really could have flipped the field there deep, but like you said, Yorktown doing a good job of kind of flipping the field a bit, or else they could have had really good field position.
Yeah, it would have been dangerous, if not a safety situation.
Isaac Wilson in the shotgun. He will keep it himself this time, run it up the middle, 40, down to the 37, close to the first down marker. I believe he's got it. A 10-yard run by Isaac Wilson, who keeps it on the ground.
He has been most impressive. Junior, he's going to be tough to handle next year, but kind of on the smallish side. I worry about him getting busted up.
Interesting to see what kind of offers he might get to play college football on Saturdays here in a couple of years.
Well, he could play somewhere. I'm not sure it's going to be as a quarterback, but he'll play some position.
That ball is caught by Jalen Jordan on the pass from Wilson. Gained about 5 to the 32-yard line.
Fans, great news. We now have half-price hot food in the concession stand.
Second down and 5 is half-price food in the concession stand now. You probably just heard that from the public address announcer here.
But this is such a good game. Nobody moved.
Oh, ball's loose on the ground. It was a full exchange handoff. They did recover and continue this drive, but it was Isaac Wilson trying to hand the football off, and neither player had it, but Pendleton Heights lucky to keep the football and continue the drive.
Yeah, they've had good opportunities here to start this second half and kind of letting them slip away, and you really can't do that when you are up for an upset, on the good side of an upset.
Wilson in the shotgun. He's got DeVault back with him. He will keep this time up the middle, and he'll get brought down the 26-yard line and have the first down.
Boy, when he decides to hit that line, it's like a flash, huh? He puts the foot in the ground and takes it north.
We talked about maybe not
South.
as a quarterback playing in college, but I can see him as a future running back for somebody somewhere.
Running back, slot back, defensive back. He's got a lot of skills, and who's to say he may be a quarterback.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line of Yorktown, midway through the third quarter. Wilson right side, that pass to Nate DeRoff. He'll get the first down into the red zone, across the 15, down to the 13, and another first down for Pendleton Heights.
Don't you love the way he runs that football after he makes the catch? He is a reckless, physical runner. 10th grader, huh?
Nate DeRoff, the sophomore, 15 receptions, 174 yards coming in to this game tonight. Try to do the math. That's about 20 yards a catch, I think.
I'll go with that.
Somewhere in there, maybe 15.
When he gets his hands on the ball, though, he turns into a senior. He is an aggressive, physical young man.
Isaac Wilson fires it to Reese Reddington.
Nice
He
move.
dives near the end zone. Did he get in? No. They mark him just short at the 1-yard line. And Pendleton Heights knocking on the door to make this potentially a 2-possession ball game.
Well, they certainly are on the attack and striking in all the right areas and really doing a nice job of run after the catch.
Ball spotted on the half-yard line.
Good job. I like this. Get back under the center and get the sneak.
Wilson, he didn't get it.
No, he
Not
couldn't
that
get
time.
any kind of movement up front.
Didn't get the push he needed. And he lost a couple back to the 3.
Well, they tried to catch him sleeping, slip up into the the snap right under the center, but there was no budging that defensive front.
And Blair Webster, great tackle by him defensively to knock Isaac Wilson down. Second down and goal. Wilson in shotgun. Quentin DeVault back with him. He will keep it, run it to the right side, and he'll get in easily. And Isaac Wilson, his first touchdown of the night. And it's 20-12, and the PAT would make it a two-score game with 4:33 to go in the third quarter.
Excellent job of taking advantage of some advantages. They had great field position on that drive and took it right down the field. Aggressive attack, hitting at all the different zones. Quarterback cashes it in with a great physical run to take the lead.
And Dom Apo knocks it through, and it's 21-12, but there is a flag, it looks like. It will be a personal foul on Yorktown, so you'd have to think that will be added to the kickoff. So 21-12 now in favor of Pendleton Heights. 4:33 to go in the third quarter. They are smelling upset here this evening on senior night for the Arabians. We had the players, cheerleaders, managers before the game. We had the band at halftime. Great atmosphere here at Pendleton Heights High School tonight.
It really is. They put together always a great environment for football. They play with great spirit, and the fan stays in it. Even with half price in the concession stand, nobody moved.
Dom Apo, 3 of 3 on PATs tonight, now 21-21 on the season, remains perfect. And because of that personal foul penalty, they will move the football all the way to the 45-yard line of Yorktown. And that's where Dom Apo will kick it, and in all likelihood, this will get into and through the end zone.
Yeah, hit it in one of these little holes then and make them go the length of the field.
Or do you try to squib it, which is what you were talking about here, and keep the ball on the ground, see what Coach Richmond decides to do. And this little onside kick try again. This time it is recovered by Quentin Williams. And Yorktown will have the football at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if that had to be a missed kick. He did not want to do that. Nobody was prepared for an onside, but now they got to play some defense.
You try it, but you also give Yorktown better field position than if you had kicked it.
Yeah, you don't want to give
through the end zone.
You had them with their backs against the wall, and now they kind of got out of it with minimal damage.
21-12. It's a two-score game now as Moulton takes a snap. He will look to throw across the middle, and it is caught. A big hit put on by Clint Miller, and that will draw a flag as DJ Green, check that, Jalen Thomas made the catch and then took a lick there, and they are going to get extra 15 yards.
Hit the middle of the two-deep zone, right down the middle, down the pipe. Reaction was good, but just a count off, and it was a helmet-to-helmet contact that got him in trouble there. No, not really.
It looked like a helmet to the chest.
I don't know what the penalty was then.
A break there for Yorktown.
It just felt like he had to throw a flag on that. There was no real foul that I could see.
Although it's easier to see on the replay than it is for the official to see at the time. But Aiden Ewing, his first carry of the night, gets it to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 7. So good run for the 5'11 junior running back, Aiden Ewing. And I have that as his first run of the season. As you see the replay of the hit by Clint Miller, which drew the flag from the officials.
Did you see anything that I missed? Was it a helmet involved?
There was a helmet involved, but it was not helmet to helmet. It was helmet to
chest,
the
back.
chest area, maybe the neck area. as Moulton gets hit and dropped for a sack. And that was Eli Arthur, his 6th sack of the season. He's been the leading sack getter for this Pendleton Heights football team this season.
It came in handy right now. Now we have a 3rd and extra long. They're threatening down here in the close to the red zone.
3rd down and 9. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
I would move those safeties a little bit closer. See that middle of that field.
And 2 guys coming after Moulton this time. Pass caught, but he loses a few more yards as Blair Webster made the catch. But he would have been better off not making that catch as he lost 3. And now it's 4th down and 14 at the 32-yard line.
Defense doing a great job of getting into their zones, reacting up on the football, and there's been several big hits. But nice job of reading that screen. It took a little too long to develop in order to be successful offensively.
Where you are in the football field, you have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down and 14. And
could have been legal procedure on that one.
it sure looked like it. Throws it towards the 1st down marker, and Jalen Thomas got turned around. Couple of defenders, and that's a big turnover by the Pendleton Heights Arabians defense. They get the football back, and they have all the momentum in this football game.
Tried a little wheel route there with 4th and extra long. Nothing there really. Thankfully, there was no interference of any nature on that would keep that drive alive for the Tigers.
So the Arabians take over at the 31-yard line, leading 21-12. Second possession of the half. Wilson will hand the football off. A good carry by Quentin DeVault. He gets about 6 there, up to the 37-yard line. There is a flag in the secondary. And targeting. Wow. And Yorktown is starting to unravel just a bit.
Yes, they are. The panic button. Okay, yeah, that was unnecessary, but he got tired of seeing that big horse running at him.
Tobias Ray looked like was the guilty party of targeting. The ball spotted at the 47-yard line now of Yorktown. Reddington in motion. He'll go back to the far side. And Wilson will keep it this time. Across the 40 to the 35. Another 1st down. And Pendleton Heights offense is really getting whatever they want right now here as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter.
That is such good offense, though. Running that big, ramming that the big physical running back in there a couple times. Now pulling it out and letting the quarterback scoot around the side. This is the thing we worried about.
Isaac Wilson now, you talked about it earlier.
Shoe issue.
Well, he runs back there. Thought he may have had a limp. He did have a shoe issue like you mentioned. But it looks to be okay now.
Yeah, let him take a couple plays without getting hit.
Screen pass to Nate DeRoff to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
They are just playing good football across the board. Great grab there. Perfect execution of that quick screen. Got a play where the quarterback didn't get hit, which is not normal here. He's been hit on so many plays. But he's that scrappy type that just keeps on fighting away.
And if you're at Pendleton, you do not want to see Isaac Wilson hurt as you head closer to sectional in a couple of weeks.
They got this going for him right now with that big, strong back pounding in there.
Quentin DeVault runs the football across the 30 to the 29. 3rd down and 3. And that will mark the end of the third quarter. So the Pendleton Heights Arabians 21, Yorktown Tigers 12. We'll have the fourth quarter after this on 9 Star Sports.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9 Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
And welcome back to John Broughton Field at Pendleton Heights High School. Brad Hubert, Joe Polizzi with you. And it's looking more and more like Pendleton Heights as we take a look at the standings of the IHSAA Conference. And this will be an upset. Yorktown with a win would have stayed alive for a share of the conference, but this would eliminate them. As we know, New Pal is all over Newcastle in this game. So New Pal will go to 6-0. Yorktown, if they can't come back here, would drop to 4-2.
Well, Pendleton is certainly playing this game like they were the favorites. They have been on the attack all game long. Now they're in a perfect situation, 3rd and short, with a couple opportunities to pick it up. And now they've got their big, strong, physical back that's carrying the load here in the fourth quarter.
Quentin DeVault gets awfully close to the first down marker. They mark him just shy of it. 4th down and 1. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. This is a big play here, more so for the Yorktown defense than it is the Pendleton offense.
Got the magic man quarterback. He pulls this out, and he's going to be tough to stop. They got a 5-yard penalty.
Dang it, come on. Be smart.
A false start there. Looked like may have been on the wide receiver on the far side.
Yeah, 12 got a running start.
False start on the Arabians.
Jalen Jordan whistle on the false start, and now that's big because that goes from 4th and 1 to 4th down and 6. And now if you're Yorktown, you know you have to get a stop here.
Plenty of weapons. Plenty of ways to pick this up. But either way, they're going to leave them with pretty good field position.
Wilson, shotgun. He gets chased, rolls to the left. He will run for it and get it to the 20 and out of bounds. So a huge run there by the quarterback, Isaac Wilson. And now he comes up a little bit gimpy here, and he is limping.
Yeah, let's get a backup in there to take a.
Colton Frank would be the backup for Pendleton Heights.
Well, he's done it all. And that was just great effort, great heart to pick up that first down. It was a dead play, and he turned it into a game-changing first down.
Colton Frank, the sophomore, now in at quarterback. He'll fire a screen. That pass caught by Nate Deroff, and he will break a tackle and get into the end zone. Touchdown, Pendleton Heights. And that may have just put this ball game away as it's 27-12 in favor of the Arabians.
Great execution. Beautiful job after the catch.
Oh, we have a penalty marker down.
Bringing it back.
And it's a hold, so wipe the touchdown off the scoreboard.
How do you get a hold on a quick throw like that?
They whistle Reese Reddington, I believe, as he was trying to block Luke Wilhelm. So now it's first down at the 20-yard line. Colton Frank in the shotgun. He will fake the handoff and keep it 15-10 and push down the bounds around the 5-yard line. But Colton Frank showing that he can use his legs as well.
I just love the offensive mentality here. instead of with a new quarterback, we do some simple things. We're going to attack just like we did with our starter, and that has really turned in an enormous benefit for the offense.
First and goal, and guess who's back? Isaac Wilson. Takes the snap. He will keep it this time, and he will get in for the touchdown. Isaac Wilson. That's his second touchdown of the night, and now it's 27-12.
He's just playing at a higher speed than that whole defense. Beautiful job on the cutback on the run. Got the defense pursuing wide, slipped in underneath. Can't say it. He's just playing great football. After coming off the field with an injury.
Dom Apo, PAT on the way, is up, and it is good. Remains perfect on the season for the point after touchdown, and it's 28-12 in favor of the Arabians on senior night. And it looks like for the 6th straight year in this series, the home team may bring home the W.
In position at this time, I've got to say that. But the beautiful part about that whole drive was we inserted another quarterback and didn't lose a beat.
Next week, Hancock Health Stadium, the Newcastle Trojans, and the Greenfield Central Cougars. Rob Brown and Bob Bartolomeo will have the call on 9-Star Sports next week to end the regular season before we head into sectional play 2 weeks from tonight as the road to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis will commence. We'll have the pairing show on your local IHSAA Champions Radio Network affiliate, also IHSAA TV, Sunday at 5 o'clock to see where everybody's paths will be on the road to Lucas Oil as Yorktown on the kickoff return will have the football just across the 30-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over.
Well, you got to credit the staff, Pendleton Heights. They approached this game from the very start as underdog nothing. We're going after them, and they have been on the attack. Every call they've made throughout this whole ball game has been in an attack mode, and they're getting the results of this great effort.
Mason Moulton, 5 receivers set. Now for the Tigers. Moulton fires it. It is caught by Colton Nanko. He falls down at the 35-yard line, a gain of 4.
Yeah, they got to strike quick, and the way they're going to do it versus this defense is to get as many people down the middle of the field and split those safeties as possible.
Another 5 receivers set. Moulton fires across the middle, incomplete. Pass intended for Colton Nanko. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
It's a senior quarterback now for Yorktown. Let's just see what kind of poise he has and how he can get him back in this football game.
Moulton in a shotgun. He looks to throw, fires it, incomplete. 4th down and 6, and you have to believe this is 4-down territory now for the Tigers.
4th down and 6.
Okay.
I am incorrect on that statement, as it looks like the punt team is on for the Yorktown Tigers.
You jump the gun a little bit, but it does make sense. You really don't want to have them put one more up on you, and there's nothing to say that you're going to be able to stop them at this point.
Oh, they do fake it, and that's a 1st down, a pass from Colton Nanko to Jack Stinson for the 1st down, and that was huge for the Yorktown Tigers as they convert. They push the football all the way down to the 33-yard line of the Arabians.
Well, it's a huge swing for the offense. I'm very surprised that the Pendleton defense, the way they've been playing today, let that happen to them. They kind of took a little nap on that, but you can still play good defense here and get right back where you need to be.
The Tigers do need to score here as we are under 10 minutes to go in the game. Moulton on the near side, and it is almost intercepted as Nolan Souders had it, but he couldn't hang on.
They are certainly winging it now in a panic mode.
It is still a two-possession game. You need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to get this game back tied up. 5 receivers set.
No backs in the backfield.
Moulton. Pass to
Boom.
Jalen Thomas. He gets hit in the backfield, a loss of 2. Back to the 35-yard line, 3rd down and 12.
That is not a very high percentage throw with that corner sitting right there. As you can see him, he's got nothing to do but come up and make the hit. Big play here.
3rd down and 12. Now they have Thomas in the backfield. He will fake the handoff. Moulton will run with it. He will run to the near side, get across the 30. A flag comes down to the 27-yard line. About 4 yards shy of the first down marker. Let's see what this penalty marker will be.
Not much you could call on the defense in that situation. Well down the field.
It was a block in the back on the Yorktown offense, so that will bring them back a bit. All the way back to the 38-yard line, so that will bring up 3rd down and about 15.
Keep the pressure on defense. Offense's only bet here now is to hit a big play off a defensive mistake.
It is 3rd down, so for Yorktown, you want to get something manageable here. Maybe try to get half of it back. Moulton fires across. It is caught by Colton Nanko. He has the first down and more to the 15-yard line, or make it the 20-yard line. But a gain of 18, and the drive will continue for the Tigers.
Key throw, critical throw by a senior quarterback. He did just what he had to do. Look off the defense, hit the square in route, just like they practiced it a million times and cashed in. Good execution. That's his best. That's the best offense we've seen out of Yorktown all day.
See if they can cash in on it. They need to get into the end zones. We are under 8 minutes to go. 28-12. Favor of the Pendleton Heights Arabians. And Jalen Thomas handoff. Gets a few inside the 20 to about the 18. 2nd down and 8. The clock is in the favor of Pendleton Heights right now, so every second that comes off the clock is a friend to the Arabians.
Which is kind of surprised they're taking their good old time on offense.
Moulton looks, fires it, it's caught. 10, 5, pounds it, and close to the end zone is Braden Foltz. And it will be 1st down and goal around the 2-yard line, but a great connection there from Moulton to Foltz. And they are on the doorstep now inside the 1-yard line of trying to make this a 1-score game. They would have to convert a 2-point conversion also to make it back to a 1-score game.
Once again, nice job, execution by senior quarterback. He's just cool under pressure, delivering the football in the zone that's open.
Moulton jumps up, sticks the ball over the goal line, and Mason Moulton gets in for the touchdown, and it's 28-18. However, there is a penalty in the backfield.
Wow.
And it looks like it will be on the Yorktown Tigers, and a legal shift. Oh boy, big penalty there that negates a much-needed touchdown. Penalties are big in every football game. And really is when it comes at a very inopportune time like that flag just did.
Well, yes, not only does it cost them field position, but it's time that you just can't get back. And that's all that they need to do right now is just control the clock defensively.
Moulton will hand the football off to Aiden Ewing, who gets into the end zone easily. And Aiden Ewing, he scores for the first time this season, the junior running back. And it's now 28-18. And they will have to go for two here to try to make it a one-score game.
Just now in this last drive where we started to see the type of offensive football team we kind of expected all day. Blocked it well, quarterback playing well, getting people open and delivering the football. See what we got here because they have left some gaping holes with some stunning they're doing on their defense.
This is a big play. Moulton rolls to the right, looking. He will throw to the end zone. That is caught. Holy cow, what a catch.
And he held on to that ball and a big hit. Again, quarterback on the run. Execution was fine, and that's their 2-point play, and they went to it with great confidence.
Blair Webster held on to the football while getting drilled, and he is still down in the end zone. But it makes it a one-score game now with 28-20. Joe, now if you are Yorktown, do you try an onside kick or enough time here that you can kick the football away and then hopefully your defense can get it back for you?
I would want to make them drive the length of the field. We've had, if I'm Yorktown's coach, we've had a tough time stopping them, but we don't want to give them half a field to work from. And everybody on this whole sideline, including in the stands, is saying be alert for the onside kick.
As we see a replay here as Blair Webster went out and got that football, but a big hit.
They set it up pretty well because they had everybody.
And now Yorktown, we'll see what they decide to do here. Both teams do have all three timeouts remaining.
Good to get him off his route a little bit through there.
As Colton Nanko, the kicker, Pendleton Heights is ready for either option here, whether it's an onside kick or they kick it deep. What does Colton Nanko and Yorktown decide to do? They will kick it deep, and it will go into the end zone, and so Pendleton Heights will take over at the 20.
Well, you got to like your chances if you're the coach of the Pendleton Heights team, the way your offense has been moving, the abilities that you have to hit in so many different situations. Plus, you got a quarterback that's absolutely on fire.
If you're Pendleton Heights, you have to continue to put the pedal down, not play conservatively here, and just try to pick up first downs and run this clock.
Yeah. That would surprise me more than anything is if they did not attack. And I don't think there's any way that this quarterback can do anything but attack in this situation. They're going to keep the pedal down.
Isaac Wilson in shotgun. He will keep it. Run the far side. He'll get hit and dropped. No gain on the play, so good stop there by the Yorktown defense. Maybe got a yard. 2nd down and 9. If you're Yorktown, you need 2 more of those.
Yeah, they're going to use the whole clock. They're going to take their time. I'd want to get the ball in the hands of some of those big, strong receivers and let them do some damage out there. There is a mismatch with a defensive backfield and the size of these wideouts from Pendleton Heights.
Wilson will roll to the left again. He will keep it, and he'll get close to the first down marker when he goes out of bounds. The official will mark him down at the 28-yard line. It will bring up 3rd down and call it 2.
Boy, he's playing with every ounce of energy he has, isn't he?
He is indeed.
It's fun to watch. Big play here. You got the big back you can run in there. You got the big wide outs you can hit with a quick out or a quick slant. Lots of different things you could go to, but this is all the pressure in the world is on that Yorktown defense.
This is a huge play here because if Yorktown gets a stop, they'll get the football back. But Pendleton Heights converts. They can take some more time off this clock as Wilson will keep it. Easy first down, 40, 45, 50, breaks the tackle. And he goes down, he fumbles the football. Ball's loose, and I think Pendleton Heights got it back. Holy cow. A scrum for it.
How about that?
Wow.
How about that?
A huge break for the Arabians. They will have a first down at the 47-yard line.
Hey, that may be the play of the game when you got an offensive lineman hustling like that all the way down the field to trail the play and recover the fumble that saves the day.
Jace Key was the one who knocked that football free from Isaac Wilson. It almost made a heroic play for that Yorktown Tiger defense.
Instead, they're in a deep hole.
Wilson keeps the football, gets to the 45. A gain of 3. Second down, if you're Yorktown, when do you start thinking about using the 3 timeouts that you have?
You're getting close. On third down, you certainly are going to.
As we approach the 4-minute mark, and we'll be under 4 minutes when Isaac Wilson takes the next snap.
Yeah, spread them out.
He will keep the football again. Another first down, 35-30, out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, what the heck.
And that will stop the clock with 3:51 to go. It's a first down, but you stop the clock by going out of bounds there.
Hey, that's the heat of the game. We are not going to criticize that young man with the game that he's played. It's just normal reaction for him to run it out of bounds. It'll never happen again in his career. I promise that.
And Isaac Wilson has been doing most of this, actually all of this, with his 2 legs. As now will hand the football to Quentin DeVault. And he will not get much, maybe a couple. Yorktown will call their first timeout of the 3 that they have with 3:44 to go. Second down and 8. Now you're at the point here where if you're Pendleton Heights, if you get a first down, that will all but win this ball game for the Arabians.
That is exactly right. Keep them spread out. Keep running that quarterback and concentrate on ball security. Don't give any opportunities to punch it out.
Take care of the football is the key here for Pendleton Heights.
What a great football game this has been to be a part of. Not only is the underdog taken over, but it's just been exciting football on both sides. What a great night.
A lot of great plays, as you mentioned, on both sides. Isaac Wilson, the quarterback for Pendleton Heights, but also for Yorktown, Colton Nanko. A couple of touchdowns. Jared Hess for Pendleton as well.
We've probably really only seen maybe 2 drives of the way Yorktown has been used to playing, and we saw it on that last drive. They just haven't had the opportunity, nor have they had the execution to play that kind of ball. 2 backs in the backfield and 2 wideouts, and it's going to be.
They'll pitch the football left side to Nick Trout, and he will lose several on the play. And that tackle was a big one by Jack Stinson. And the second timeout, now it's 3rd down and long for Pendleton Heights as Yorktown calls their second timeout. And now if you're Yorktown, a huge play, although where you are in the football field, Pendleton Heights probably has 2 plays to try to pick up the first down. It's too short to punt, too far for a field goal.
It's interesting to me that they decided to go back to that formation that they started this half with two backs in the backfield, old school like a twin formation, and run the ball. I think their best bet, and I'd be surprised if they don't go back to the 4 wideouts and let the quarterback work his magic.
It is 3rd down and long here, Joe. Do you keep the ball on the ground and make Yorktown call their final timeout? Or do you try to go to the air and try to go for the kill here if you can pick up the first down? I know the goal really is trying to get 4th down and manageable, though.
It really is, and to me the best bet and what's been working for them is just let this quarterback, who's just got a feel for what's going on up front, let him make a play. He's been your guy the whole game, but I wouldn't be surprised with the aggressiveness that we've seen that they go deep here to catch him sleeping.
Let's see what Coach Richmond decides to do. The head coach of the Arabians. Wilson in a shotgun. And they will go to the air. Nope, he will keep it on the ground and get hit and dropped. Technically, I guess, for a sack. No gain. 4th down, the final timeout of the game for Yorktown with 3:29 to go. And now for your Pendleton Heights, it's going to be easy. It's going to be a pass here by Isaac Wilson.
Yeah, you pretty much have to now. You've got to pick it up. And that's going to be their best bet. He did have some people open there. I'm not sure if he just decided on his own to put it down and make something happen or if it was a quarterback draw. But we did have some people running free down in that secondary.
And so it's easy now because it's 4th down, so the clock will stop no matter what after this play. But if you pick up the first down and can convert on this 4th and 14, you win the football game.
Okay, so what's your point?
The point is, I think Isaac Wilson is going to throw the football.
Well,
he's made some big runs on his legs, but I think that would be a little bit too risky. We'll see what the play call is here from Jed Richmond to his offense. This is the biggest play of the game, no doubt, because the Pendleton Heights gets it. They win. If Yorktown gets a stop, they'll have a shot to try to drive down and perhaps try to tie the ball game. 4th and 14, Wilson will throw across the middle, picked off. And here comes Colton Nanko, and he stays on his feet. 35-40 to the 45-yard line. And oh boy, the Tigers are in business now with 3:17 to go, down 28-20.
His knee looked like he was slung down, as you could see here. Watch on this replay. His knee never does hit the ground as he. Ooh, boy, it was very close, but he didn't get it.
A good call by the officials to let that play out, as he landed on a defender but never hit the ground. And here we go, Yorktown and Mason Moulton. They need to go 54 yards across the middle, caught in midfield by Colton Nanko, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 in midfield as we approach 3 minutes to go. And they huddle, so not quite the hurry-up formation yet for the Tigers offense.
We had 11 running right down the middle of the field. It'll be interesting to see if they come back to that. But the quarterback went short, which was a good move under the circumstances. But he's going to have a deep ball available to him.
The screen to Nanko this time. He gets the first down across to the 40-yard line of Pendleton Heights. That will stop the clock while they move the chains. No timeouts left for the Yorktown Tigers. 1st down and 10. They need 40 yards here in 2 minutes and 38 seconds as the clock runs again. Moulton across the left side. Caught to Nanko to the 32-yard line, a gain of 8. And Yorktown is driving here.
Showing great patience, just taking it chunk by chunk down the field rather than going deep. But I do think one of these times they're going to try to split those safeties.
Moulton caught Connor Stevens, first down to the 25-yard line. That will stop the clock here for a moment again.
At the 25. Let's go, Arabian fans. Let's go.
This is one of the best looking drives
Yeah, we've
by
seen
Yorktown tonight.
We're seeing the reason why they are 6-1, and the quarterback is playing such poise in the fourth quarter. He is playing very well under the circumstances.
Moulton to Nanko. He
Get
breaks
over
the
there.
tackle, gets down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 or 3.
At the 23.
All right, they're going to have to take a couple shots deep here. That clock is evaporating quickly, and they're not playing that way. They're still taking their time in the huddle.
Minute 20 to go. Not the hurry up yet. Mason Moulton, the junior quarterback for the Tigers. Shotgun, takes a snap. He will keep the football and gets to the 18-yard line. 3rd down and 3 as we hit 1 minute to go. And Yorktown needs to find a sense of urgency here.
Yeah, they know if they have at least take a shot deep here.
3rd down and 3, 50 seconds to go. Moulton finds it left side. Nanko has the first down to the 13-yard line. That will stop the clock with 42 seconds to go.
At the 14.
And the clock now running. Still no sense of urgency really from the offense of Yorktown as we are coming to 30 seconds to go.
Now
on the
they've done
clock.
this before, and they will go deep on the right side, the single receiver.
And a whistle. And Pendleton Heights will try to stop the bleeding somewhat and call their first timeout of the second half with 28 seconds left in this game.
Which is a good move because they are on their heels and their heads are spinning. Get control, let them get their feet on the ground, and play these last couple plays with everything they've got.
So Yorktown driving the football, 28 seconds to go. 1st down and 10, no timeouts. Your options really to throw the football are to the end zone or to the sideline.
Those are the options. The way they had it set up, I don't know if they'll come back with the same formation they left with, but they put the formation in the boundary and let the single receiver on the top side of the field have the whole 53 yards to work with, and that means post to me.
We'll see what Coach Mike Wilhelm will draw up here in his 18th season, 97 and 94, at the helm of these Yorktown Tigers.
Right now, they're probably at least calling 2. They can
Yorktown will host Mount Vernon Fortville next week. Pendleton will go to Shelbyville to close out the regular season.
the post.
Shotgun formation, 1st down and 10. Moulton takes a snap, fires in the end zone, and it's incomplete as Connor Stevens could not pull that one in. Clint Miller there on the coverage for Pendleton Heights.
Attacked in the right spot, threw it a little bit behind him. It would have been a great catch.
Just a little bit behind Connor Stevens on that throw. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line. Moulton will run. Now throws it. And it's incomplete. That pass. Blair Webster couldn't pull that one in. He would have had a 1st down. 3rd down.
21 seconds.
The clock is melting away on him. Quarterback is making some plays, but just the whole execution has not really been there for them this tail end of this last series.
3rd down, they would need the 4-yard line to get a 1st down. They have 2 plays. 20 seconds to go. Moulton looks, fires. Oh boy, Nanko has to get away. 10 down to the 5, close to the 1st down marker. He almost has to get that or else they're in trouble.
I got to believe that he is going to get the.
And clock's going to run out, I believe, and it does. And Pendleton Heights, they do not get the snap away. And this ball game is over. What a finish, as Nanko couldn't get to that first down marker. And yes, Pendleton, took a little time to get up, but they couldn't get that snap off. And Pendleton Heights gets away with a senior night victory here tonight at John Broughton Field.
I think we're going to, as they look back at this game, you're going to see the great effort and the great desire from the Pendleton Heights team, and you're also going to see from Yorktown what they could have done with clock management that would have made this, the final drive, a heck of a lot easier for them. Great football game. Couldn't ask for any more, especially with the big upset, the way the hometown just continues to dominate this series is enormous for me. But what a great game. It really had it all.
And Yorktown will fall to 6-2 on the season, and 4-2 in conference play. Mount Vernon is their next opponent next week in Yorktown. Pendleton Heights goes to 4-4 on the season, and they will go to Shelbyville to close out the regular season. But what a game we had here in Pendleton Heights today, and a 6th straight win for the home team in this series. As we head into the final week of the regular season, the pairing show on Sunday to see what the draws will look like for the road to Lucas Oil Stadium and the state football playoffs. But any final thoughts here, Joe, as we wrap up a very entertaining football game here at Pendleton Heights?
Entertaining, some great football, but you can't overstate the impact Isaac Wilson had on this game. He just played so hard with every ounce of his body, and he's going to be sore tomorrow, but that whole team is happy about it.
So the final score here at John Broughton Field, Pendleton Heights High School. The home team, the Pendleton Heights Arabians, hold on over the Yorktown Tigers 28-20 as they head into the final week of the season. But that will do it for us tonight on 9 Star Sports. For Joe Polizzi, I'm Brad Huber. So long, everybody. This has been Indiana High School Football on 9 Star Sports.